me, Dylan, and you're watching Whiskey Latte. Please drink responsibly. Normally Doc is in these videos, but he's off hunting something, so oh well. I got Duke right next to me, so that's always a good bonus. I'm not sure if you guys see him or not. We'll find out. Anyways, today is going to be Old Camp, and as you can see, I've already had quite a bit of it. Now, the reason I got this is because of the Joe Rogan podcast with Elon Musk. I watched it. He said that it's pretty good whiskey. And I was like, I've never seen it before. Maybe I have, I just haven't paid attention to it. Why not? I'll give it a try. And, well, went to my local Total Wine, got a bottle of this, plus a bottle of that Conor McGregor stuff, so, yeah, it's all good. So, like I said, I've had this for quite a while. Now, normally, when I say whiskey, I kind of think a little bit about it. This is an American whiskey, so, but it's not a bourbon. Bourbon's made with corn. Now, this might have corn in it, might not. I really don't know. I do know this. Find out because I want to find out a little bit more about it. Is that this is from the Florida Georgia Line band. Now I'm not sure what your opinions of them are. I'm personally not a fan of them, but that's for whatever. Who cares? Anyways, this is still an American whiskey. It was aged for 2 years. Now, I don't know what their ratio of corn to rye to wheat to who knows what they have in here. But, you know what? It's still a pretty good whiskey, for my opinion. My mom loves this stuff. I actually had to go buy her own bottle of it. Because, well, actually, I had a little bit of it. She had the rest of this. Anyways. I do love that sound. So that's what kind of helps me. I love cork on whiskey bottles. I think that's a lot cooler than a screw off top. Okay. Now, this was only aged for 2 years. According to their website, so, well, we gotta take that as the truth. Now that is pretty dark for a 2-year-old whiskey. That is, so definitely they added coloring. It should be a lot paler if it was a 2-year-old whiskey. But it's still a beautiful amber, because the looks are part of the presentation. Now, like I said, I've had this before. So instead of having water with it, because at first I tried a little bit with water, and I was like, it's not that good. I tried a neat too. Well, first I started off with neat. It was okay. Then I tried it with water. I was like, alright. Then I rewatched that podcast again. I noticed that they had ice in it. And at first I was thinking, what the fuck? Like, it was all ice up to the top. So I decided to try it out a little bit too. So that's why I have in here some ice. Okay. And now, funny enough, it doesn't actually kill the smell too much for this stuff. I mean, it still smells a little bit. It smells a little bit on the cheap side, I won't lie. It smells cheap to me. Just like that Conor McGregor stuff, this stuff smells pretty damn cheap. I don't know, it's kind of hard to... It smells of ethanol to me. It does. Just that cheap corn whiskey. That's what it smells like. And I find this stuff is actually a lot better. Just let it sit here for a little bit. Let the ice melt a little bit. I know, I'm using my finger. How gross. Well, Hunter Thompson did this all the time. Well, if he can do it, you can do it too. I find that this whiskey is actually really good when it's chilled. Because normally you don't really get any flavor profile. You just taste like, it's whiskey. Who cares? However, it chilled. Mm. It's got a very fruity flavor to it. Now, there is the Florida Georgia line Pecan Peach, which I believe is different than this one. I'm almost 100% sure. Can't remember. I'm going to probably have to try something different. But they aren't going to lie on this label, where some places have said, oh, it's smooth. Other whiskeys ain't smooth. It goes down with a bite. But this definitely is smooth, no matter what. No matter which form I've had it in, it is smooth. Now, like I said, I kind of prefer it chilled. The colder it gets, I think the more flavor actually comes out with it, which is kind of odd because most of the time when you have a whiskey that's been iced, you lose some of that flavor, I find. But not for this stuff. This stuff I find to be... It's a great little whiskey, I'm not going to lie. I mean... Yeah, it's got a fruity profile to it, and what I kind of like about it is like that's the flavor you get. You get a little bit of a char there, but that's like right now I get a little bit of that char in the back of my throat, but it's not as prevalent as you would other whiskeys. This stuff, it's good. I probably would buy another bottle of it. I'm probably definitely gonna get that pecan peach stuff because, well, I like peaches and I like pecans, so why not? But all in all, I say this is still a rather good whiskey to try out. If definitely something that I want to recommend you take to a party to get drunk off of. This is definitely something for like with you and your friends, just sitting around enjoying a good time. I would highly recommend this. That's what this goes for. This isn't something I would recommend having with like a nice meal or something like that. It doesn't really have that characteristic to it. Yeah. My dog sees something. Oh well. But overall, I still think it's a good whiskey. I'm going to give it... You know what? It deserves a solid 8 out of 10. Besides the fact that it's Florida Georgia line, who, like I said, I'm not their biggest fan. I think they're kind of douchebaggy. But whatever. They still make a pretty damn good whiskey. Or at least they have their hand in it somehow. I don't know what they do with it. But yeah, I definitely say this is an on-the-rocks kind of whiskey, which is rare for me. I hate whiskey on the rocks. But this one, nah, I would totally drink it on the rocks. Good. I mean, yeah, I can't say really much bad about it. Now, it doesn't get a 10 because it doesn't just, oh my god, blows me away. That's the only reason. It just doesn't have that characteristic for a perfect 10. It's not like that Dead Man's Hand that I am infatuated with. But overall, this is a good bottle. I would highly recommend it. Good unique bottle to it, so that's what also helps out with it. Stands out. Overall, 8 out of 10 any day. I would, like I said, 8 out of 10. Go on, get a bottle of it. So, I've been Dylan. You probably hear my boys barking at something. This has been Whiskey Wednesday. Please drink responsibly. Till next time. Cheers.